Hi, my name is Barb Walden, and I am speaking to you today from my home office in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'd like to share with you one of my favorite stories of Gomer Griffiths. But let me show you a photo of what Gomer looked like. Here he is, looking all dapper with his bags packed and looking like he's heading somewhere. You'll see a second photo of him with his young family. His wife Hattie is standing in the back holding their youngest child. Gomer served as a 70 and an apostle for the church for years. He traveled widely across North America and overseas to the British Isles, Australia, Egypt, and even the Holy Land. Here's a few pictures of him in the Holy Land. You can see he's together with Mary Jane Floyd, F.G. Pitt, and Rosa Parks Pitt. There's one photo of him picnicking there at the Jordan River, another photo of him on the Mount of Olives. And if you look closely, you can see Old Jerusalem far in the back of that photo of him and his friends on the Mount of Olives. Gomer traveled all over the world on behalf of the church. He really got around. In 1913, he became president of the Council of 12, and he later served as an evangelist until he passed away in 1955. He spent quite a bit of time in Kirtland, Ohio. His family lived there for a number of years. And the story that I want to share to you today happened to him in 1920 in Kirtland, Ohio. The Kirtland Temple during this time was continuing to be used as a house of worship by the local congregation, and it was a gathering place for summer reunions for church members who would travel in from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Western New York. You can see in the photo there's tents scattered around the Kirtland Temple grounds. This photo was taken during one of those annual reunions. And Gomer reminisced about his experience in Kirtland and his experience traveling the world on behalf of the church. And he sent in a number of these memories to the Herald, sharing stories about his travels and about life in Kirtland. And this story, as I mentioned, takes place in 1920, and I'm going to read the story to you from Gomer's own account that was published in the Herald in 1935. He writes, about 1920, during reunion, there was also a never-to-be-forgotten day, a prayer meeting lasting from 8 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock noon, during which angels were seen, visions were had, 17 prophecies, 4 or 5 gifts of tongues, and many testimonies of God's goodness given under the power of the Spirit. This meeting was only intended to last 2 hours, and then there was to be a preaching service. But the power of God was so great, those in charge deemed it wise to let the meeting continue. At the close of the meeting, an offering was taken place, which netted between $400 and $500, which is proof conclusive that there is nothing like the touch of the Spirit of the Lord to loosen up the purse strings, end quote. Gomer enjoyed his remaining years in Kirtland, serving as a temple guide, a caretaker, and minister at the local congregation. He played a pretty influential role in acquiring a bell for the Kirtland Temple bell tower. You can see in the photo that bell tower that rises up so high. The bell was installed in 1890, and that historic bell is still rung today every Sunday morning. It's truly a wonderful way that we connect with the people of the past who cared so passionately about preserving and restoring Kirtland's house of the Lord. If you've been enjoying the stories that we have shared through the video stories and through Tuesday Tales and even recreating church history or our Sunday evening devotions, I invite you to make a generous donation towards the Community of Christ Historic Sites Foundation. You can make that donation through an online gift today by going to our website, www.historicsitesfoundation.org/donate. You're also welcome to donate by phone or through mail, and you can see the address listed here. Your donations help us keep church history alive through these online stories and the online resources that are featured in our website. In addition, your donations help support the Alma Blair Internship Program, a wonderful program for young adults serving at the Kirtland Temple and at the Joseph Smith Historic Site. We thank you for your generosity and support in helping preserve and share church heritage. Thank you.